What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to Maverick Postgame. We've got a full show for you today as Mesa football faces their first real test of the season.
And women's volleyball has a bounce-back attack after a crushing loss.
Not to mention an interview with head football coach Tremaine Jackson.
And a dodging meetup with women's lacrosse.
All of that and so much more as we head full steam into this recapped packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Justin Platt.
And I'm Sydney Flotron.
Let's get into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again, I'm Sydney Flotron.
And I'm Justin Platt. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. Mesa football moved to 2-0 on the year after their 56-37 victory over the New Mexico Highland Cowboys last Saturday. Mesa got the ball rolling with freshman running back Avian Thomas. Thomas was off to the races, scoring a 72-yard touchdown in the first quarter to put Mesa up 7-0. The Cowboys would answer with 2 touchdowns of their own to lead the game 13-7. New Maverick quarterback Karst Hunter would respond with a 12-yard touchdown throw to Derek Holmes to close out the first quarter, with Mesa up by 1, 14-13. After a back-and-forth first quarter of action, New Mexico Highlands would continue where they left off, scoring a 65-yard touchdown to put them up 20-14 over the Mavericks. Mesa once again was quick to respond with tight end Dagan Ranks catching a 5-yard fade route from Hunter once again to take the lead 21-20. The Cowboys would then score again with a 1-yard run late in the second to steal the lead from Mesa. And once again, Mesa would answer their call, facing the first adversity of the season with a 70-yard touchdown catch and run from Hunter to wide receiver Lionel McConnell to put Mesa up 28-27. And finally, to close out an offensively enticing first half, New Mexico would kick a field goal to give them the lead 30-28. In Mesa's first real test of the season, fans were eager to show how head coach Tremaine Jackson's new regime would respond in the second half. After that, Mesa certainly gave fans what they wanted, dominating in the second half, outscoring the Cowboys 28-7. All of the Mavericks' second half scores came on the ground, 2 coming from QB Karst Hunter, and 1 from senior running back Morian Walker, and another one coming from junior running back Isaac Maestas. In a game that totaled over 1,000 yards and 93 points from both teams, Mesa was especially electric. As a team, CMU collected 586 yards of total offense with 272 coming on the ground and 314 coming through the air. Mesa averaged 7 yards per carry to the Cowboys' 4 and 17 yards per completion. The leading rusher for Mesa was Avian Thomas, who finished with 130 yards rushing off of 11 carries, along with a touchdown. The leading receiver of Mesa was McConnell, who finished the day with 5 catches for 165 yards and a score as well. Superstar quarterback Karst Hunter would end the day with 5 total touchdowns, going 18 for 25 with 3 through the air and 2 on the ground. Mesa will look to continue their dominance against Chadron State College next week.
Speaking of football, we sat down with Tremaine Jackson and talked about his new regime here at Mesa and how their season is going so far. So sit back, relax, and take a look at this brand new segment on Maverick Postgame we call Coach's Corner.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Coach's Corner. Today I'm joined with second-year head football coach of Colorado Mesa University, Tremaine Jackson. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well, Justin. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Thank you so much. So you guys are 2-0 on the season. You just beat New Mexico Highlands 56-37. What is your biggest takeaway from that game?
Yeah, I think that we started slow on defense, but we started fast on offense, and we wanted to do that coming out of our first game. And so it was really good to see our offense go down and score, and then our defense eventually settled down. And then to pull away from that football team in the end was really good for us to see.
Speaking of offense, your offense is averaging 570 yards over the first 2 weeks of the season, and new quarterback Karst Hunter has been electric. What has been the most surprising thing coming from him as your new quarterback?
Yeah, I think Karst has done a great job of being a Maverick and coming from where he came from, transferring in over the summer. He's taken on being a Maverick and being the leader of the Maverick offense. And so you wouldn't know Karst was a transfer. You think he's always been here. His leadership ability and ability to take care of the football has been really good.
And then also speaking to your defense, they've been stout. You beat William Jew 40-3. Who is the leader on that defense?
It's a bunch of them. We got a really senior-led group on defense. DeMarvin Mitchell, Devontae Loggins, just to name a few. Logan Bayes is a young guy, but he's one of our leaders. And so a lot of good talent, a lot of older guys, a lot of leaders on that side of the ball.
And then looking forward to your matchup this weekend against Chadron State, what do you guys need to do to come out 3-0?
Yeah, we need to be physical. We need to match their aggression, and we need our students to come out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Please go watch CMU football this weekend at Chadron State here at Ralph Stucker Stadium at 1 o'clock at September 25th.
Women's volleyball had an up-and-down week last week. Starting off on Thursday, CMU fell to MSU Denver in a back-and-forth affair. MSU Denver won the first set with the Mavericks, taking the second before losing the third and fourth. While the score may have looked one-sided, this game was a roller coaster of emotions and momentum as there were 40 ties and 17 lead changes throughout. Neither team led by more than 4 points in any set until the visitors pulled away with a 6-1 advantage late in the fourth set. On the bright side, Mesa's young stars shined once again. CMU freshman outside hitter Sydney Leffler finished the night with a career and match-high 22 kills. Along her freshman teammate, freshman setter Sabrina Vandalis matched her career high with 42 assists to finish with 40 or more for a third straight match. She also recorded 10 digs for her fourth double-double of her young career. Following their loss to MSU Denver, Mesa rebounded hard against Westminster on Friday in a get-right type of game. Mesa was on fire, clearly bothered by the previous loss and determined to light up the Griffins in a 3-set sweep. Redshirt freshman hitter Sierra Hunt came off the bench and recorded a career-high 14 kills while hitting at an errorless 67% clip. As a team, the Mavericks were unstoppable, executing 52 kills, which led to 60 total points to Westminster's 36. Mesa took 122 attempts while only committing 12 errors. Mesa tailed 47 assists to the Griffins' 23 and claimed 4 aces as well as 4 blocks. Following Hunt, junior outside hitter Holly Schmidt was next in line with 10 kills for the Mavericks. The Mavericks, who are now 6-3 on the season and 1-1 in the RMAC tournament, will look to continue to their dominance next weekend at home in Bronson Arena in a 2-game match against Adams State and New Mexico Highlands.
Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week this week goes to redshirt freshman of women's cross country, Mira McGill. Thanks in part to McGill's runner-up finish, CMU placed second in Saturday's Mountaineer Cowboy Invite. McGill completed the 5-kilometer course in a career best time of 18 minutes and 54 seconds. Following their second-place finish, CMU's women's cross-country team will be back in action next Saturday, hosting the Gig Ledbetter Maverick Stampede at Lincoln Park Golf Course in Grand Junction. Congratulations, Mira. For your stellar performance, you are our Maverick of the Week. There's been a good amount of competition from CMU athletics this week, but I think we've saved the best one for last.
Couldn't agree more. Let's take a look at this week's Maverick postgame off the bench.
What's up, guys? We're back for another Maverick postgame off the bench. Today we've got Taylor and Allie, and this is Women's Lacrosse. For the game today, we are playing water balloon dodgeball. The rules are simple. Opposing teams will be lined up on opposite sides of the field. Each team will have a select amount of water balloons. They will retrieve them using a lacrosse stick and throw them. If an opposing team member is hit with the water balloon, they are out. Because Justin and Dylan are 2v4, they each have 2 lives. But before we start our game today, let's meet our teams. Our first team is the Lady Laxers, and they will be playing against the Balloon Boys. That's one down for the Balloon Boys. Let's see how they respond. The Lady Laxers just took a 2-for-1 discount to knock Justin out of the game. Let's see if Dylan can rebound for the win. With that final shot, Dylan is out and the Balloon Boys go down. The Lady Laxers are the winners. Let's see how Justin and Dylan are taking it.
Game went a little bit off the rails. First of all, the water balloons wouldn't pop. Second of all, Dylan and I are terrible. We don't think we hit one of them. They did win 4-0. So now as punishment, collectively, I'm gonna get slammed with water balloons, including my own teammate. We're doing it at the same time, Dylan. Stay tuned.
3, 2, 1, throw!
I'm invincible! Let's do it again. Okay, never mind.
While losing and being hit with the multitude of water balloons certainly did hurt, something that did make me happy was Dylan's pure inability to hit me with a single water balloon.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys had fun. Please go check them out, especially during their season. They're awesome, absolute superstars. Like I said, thank you for coming out, and have a great season, guys.
Thank you.
So things didn't exactly go to plan. I got splashed with a lot more pain than water. Nonetheless, we really appreciate the women's lacrosse team for coming out and doing that with us, and we'll be sure to catch a lot of their games in the spring, as from what I can tell, they already look like they're in mid-season shape. Moving on, let's give our closing thoughts for the week.
Well, my closing thoughts are once again talking about the young superstars for Mesa. We talked about Sierra Hunt, Sabrina Vandalist, and Sydney Leffler of women's volleyball, but there is also freshman running back Avian Thomas for Mesa football, freshman wide receiving Lionel McConnell, Elijah Lilly, Dwight Blakey, as well as who could forget the first-year starting quarterback and budding superstar for Mesa, Karst Hunter. These players have a great opportunity to make a massive impact for CMU, not just this season, but for seasons to come.
That's a phenomenal point. I totally agree. I believe that these young players not only getting playing time, but making a significant impact for Mesa this early in the season bodes really well for the playoffs when they need them to step up in the moment. Moving on to my closing thought, it's all about how excited fans are for sports to be back to normal. We saw it at the football game 2 weeks ago, and we certainly felt it at the women's volleyball game last week. Students and fans are crazier than ever, and we absolutely love it. Teams feed off of that energy, and it really just lifts the spirit of the entire school. So all I've got to say is, turn it up even more, CMU. Continue doing your part to show your Mesa spirit, because believe me, it is helping us win games, and I know that our athletes really appreciate it. Well, that just about covers it for this week's episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm your host, Justin Platt.
And I'm Sydney Flotron.
We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs, study hard, go to a game or two, and of course, have yourselves a Mesa amazing day.